Aries, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your weekly reading for the week of April 22nd through the 28th. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, the hidden truths, and get some important advice from Spirit. Let's jump right in. Thank you for tuning in, for being here with me today, for sharing this time with me. I appreciate all of the support, all of the love. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Aries. Thank you for your guidance. We're going to start off with just a few Raise Your Vibration Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. If you're curious about the Oracle decks I'm using, they are in the description box below. I love and enjoy a variety of decks. Here we go. And then we're going to get into your tarot spread. Ooh, those two. I'm feeling those two. All right. Relationships are assignments. Manifesting is my superpower. You could be realizing that certain people have come into your life for very, very deep and empowered reasons. And you could be in a time, too, of manifesting a lot this week. So a lot of realizations around the people in your life, especially for all of you Aries celebrating birthdays this week. Recognizing the bonds, right? The powerful bonds in your life that teach you so much. And be working on setting goals, what you want to have happen for the upcoming year for you, what you want to manifest. It's a time for reflection, right? When we hit our birthday months, where we look at the previous year, previous cycle, and we look ahead into the future and wonder, what if? What if? Okay. Let's go into tarot. Oh. Like, whoa. For a minute there, I thought I had a bunch, like half and half. That was wild. Just one card snuck in there. Yes, you are taking a look at the relationships in your life, learning a lot from your friendship circle, in the community that surrounds you, Aries, your community of support. Recent past, Nine of Pentacles. Reaching for that next pinnacle, that next level, right? There's always another level to what we perceive as abundance in our lives. Doesn't mean it's just money. A lot of us, money is just a resource. This could be spiritual growth, making new connections, feeling better internally. You should definitely reach for something tangible, something in your physical reality shifted. Maybe even around your own faith and trust in your ability to manifest what you need and want at any given time, having faith in yourself. Presently, you are going through releasing some emotions. This feels a little bit like sadness. And it's a very real emotion. I think you're swimming through whatever you need to release, release. All right, Aries. And in the near future, you have a Tower. Let's see what that's about. Ten of Swords. Overall general energy. You're definitely moving on from something, Aries. Moving on from, it feels internal. Moving on from a way of operating, a way of being. Feels very deep to me. It's not about just a person. It's about something within. It could be you releasing your beliefs around monetary success. Success in your out in the world, what you perceive as success. You're striving for more. The hidden truth is Spirit wants to acknowledge that you have reached a certain level of stability. You want more. I can feel it. But I want more, Jenna. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We'll see what you want more of in a moment. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords. Ooh, going through a rite of passage. I'm telling you, I've told you, something that's shifting. I think what's shifting is your realization around anything that you were building in your life. If there's a lot of fear coming up, you're looking at it. Why are there all these fears coming up? You're probing, seeking. The devil is also whatever we do in excess. Anything that you do that's undermining your ability to feel grounded, You might be afraid of this next rite of passage, of what's coming. There's nothing to fear, right? It's a fear itself. Could be self-doubt. Any kind of self-doubt around you being able to manifest more abundance. I'm getting that. Manifest more abundance. Ooh, King of Pentacles. You might have this sudden realization that something is coming to a close in order for something else to enter. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles popping out here. Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? You know, oftentimes I like seeing the Ten of Swords just because it's the ending of one way of being, one way of doing things, or actual situation. And whenever endings happen, it's so new energies can come in. The ones that are meant for you, the ones that will vibe with you. Yeah. Beautiful. Wow, what a resounding affirmation here that you're showing me. You're showing me pain does hurt, Jenna. It does. Pain never feels good, but I'm actually taking this pain and I'm making peace with the pain. This is the card, a very unique card in this deck. When it's this way, it's what you resist, right? What you suppress, what doesn't feel good. The acceptance that this too shall pass, and making peace. This is also witness consciousness, making peace with peace itself. Understanding that life is full of suffering. But where do we suffer the most? It's something that I've been really learning too, is we suffer the most in our minds. When we believe everything that's happening to us and we get so involved in whatever's occurring, and we neglect to take that witness perspective. You know, we are the sum total of all of our learned experiences. You're showing me that I've had a lot of learned experiences that have brought me pain, Jenna. But I can sit there and I can dwell in the pain. Or I can witness the pain and know that I am not the pain. I am full of joy underneath it. Underneath it all is an eternal state of being. Right? The one who watches. The great witness. Wow. You're going very deep, Aries, here. Making peace with where you are and recognizing that you can choose joy. It's a choice. It's a choice. If you start paying attention to what you're thinking, you start to realize, well, if I just let it pass through. If I just let it pass through. See, it's where we resist, where we want to cling, where we want to hold, where we want to repress, suppress. You're saying, I could sit here and I can hold on to this pain. I can connect it to every piece of pain I've ever felt in my entire life. And I can feel really beat up about it. Or I could recognize what this pain is showing me. I can witness it knowing that I'm not the pain, and I can move through it and make peace with this. Whatever it is that's ending in your life that's causing you pain, you are learning how to make peace with it, and you're finding joy beneath it, which is a revelation. A revelation. Recent past, you were juggling the idea of a new beginning, but it felt like too much hard work, especially when it comes to a connection that you wanted to stabilize. There was something going on in your recent past around manifesting in the material and juggling something that felt unstable. You could have even had your love life and your work life kind of intersect and create issues. What I'm also seeing here is your desire to really put a lot of effort, work, fresh perspective into your job and what you're doing out in the world, what you're working on creating. You feel a little bit uncertain that you starting over in some capacity in your career, in your job. And it's not even that some of you shifted jobs or you're working on something as a side hustle. This is your perspective that's shifting. I'm telling you, this week you're shifting your orientation around how you view your life. There's something profound going on in the collective. And I'm going to talk about this a lot this week. I have a feeling where we are starting to pay better attention to our thoughts, to our feelings, and to what we are working on manifesting. You have the power here. It's all what you want to perceive in your reality. You're saying, I've learned that in order for me to create what I want, I have to put a lot of work in and I have to stay hopeful and faithful. And I think you're still working on some project that you're still going to need to put a lot of effort and work into. And this is about honing your craft. You're working on honing your craft, Aries. And meanwhile, what you do, you whistle while you work and you enjoy it and you celebrate the work that you do. If you do it with love, you do it with purpose. And I'm telling you, you could do with love and purpose, cleaning floors and making them the sparkliest floors in the world and enjoying being present in that moment. Anything and everything that we do out in the world is an act of service. And it's all about your perspective. You're making peace with everything that you're doing, everything that you're thinking this week. And you're finding joy in the mundane, and you're finding joy in even the profound. It's like you're rewriting your history from a place of, wow, I juggled that. That was hard, to, wow, I've had all these amazing experiences. And I've done so much work on myself. And I'm going to succeed. 5 of Cups. Yeah, you're working on in the present moment. This was your past. You're bringing that obviously into the present. But in the past always informs the present in our learned and shared experiences. So whatever you're releasing this week, it's allowing you to go to a new depth of healing and a new depth of understanding in your mind around what you want to invest in. I think more than ever, you're investing in yourself so you can release what needs to be released. You might have had a lot of expectations that were a bit dashed recently because something did come to a painful end. See, we don't always realize when things end that there's so much joy underneath that if we would just let go. So you're showing me in the present moment, you're letting go. You're letting go. You're letting goddess. You're investing in growing your own internal growth. It's very important to you, and it's bringing you a new level of courage, hope, desire, faith. What's this tower in the future? You've got a gorgeous tower coming up. It feels like a really amazing tower. Wow. In the near future, the universe wants to be generous with you. People who are doing deep, deep internal work. And what I mean by that is when you start paying attention to witness consciousness. You know how empowering that is? When you start to realize that you are not your thoughts. You're the experiencer of your thoughts. This is the card of becoming that in every act, in every experience, in every thought. And this is the card of pondering, reflecting on all of the abundance in your life that you've already created. I think you're going to look back and you're going to have a sudden awakening in the near future around what you need to do to give to yourself to stabilize your energy in this beautiful give and take with the universe. You're going through a profound spiritual awakening. I think that it's bringing you a new level of patience and endurance and perseverance on your path. Your soul is bringing this forward for you, Aries. Something has taught you recently in a certain relationship. I don't know who it is to you, but they're teaching you so much. The two of you are sharing energy, and it's teaching you so much. Yeah, the 6 of Cups fly out. I knew there was a soul bond. You have fears that are coming up. The hidden truth is you're working on your own independence, your own financial stability. This is your emotional independence as well. There could be a lot of nostalgia coming up this week. And you're taking a look at fear. You're taking a look at why do you operate from that place, Aries? When we start getting curious, we start looking at the root of most of suffering. Most of the suffering in the world, the root of it is how we take our learned experiences and we interpret everything that happens to us through that lens. And when we start filtering through our present moment and we stay fiercely here now, be here now, Ram Dass, some of the most enlightened teachers on our planet who have come and gone, Buddha recognized that we all suffer, but it wasn't, oh, my wife left me, I'm broke. That's a different, the suffering that Buddha was talking about was truly the suffering that we go into through the conditioned mind. I think you're realizing that you have a tendency to dwell in the past, and that makes you operate from a place of fear. This is the card of nostalgia. You also have a soul contract that is teaching you a lot right now about your own independence. You're cleaning the lens of your perception. So you're no longer governed by states of fear and learned programming. There's a profound spiritual awakening with the sun here and making peace with your ego. Something has arisen out of some sort of sudden shift. And it's you. You are rising. Let's get some advice from Spirit. And we're going to close this off with there's something profound going on within you, Aries, this week. All I can say is just hang on. Hang on. You're removing all the ways that you've blocked the energy through what you resist, through the suppression of things you worry about, the things that haven't even happened, that will most likely never happen, but we waste our energy on it. There's something around you needing to give to yourself in the ways that you block the energy within you. We're going deep today, y'all. What's going on this week? This eclipse, I think, has really shifted timelines for people in their spiritual awareness. You've got someone who's really important to you. Oy. Yeah. Something ended. It caused your heart pain. And listen, I want to acknowledge that whatever pain anyone goes through is real and valid. I'm not saying just bypass it. I'm saying lean into it. Feel it, but don't get stuck there. That's what happens. We get stuck in these states. We say, I'm never going to deal with that again. I'm never going to open up again. I don't want to ever feel this way again. But if you can just look at it and say, wow, whatever your name is, I'll use me for example. Jenna is feeling a lot of pain right now. She's hurting, she's suffering, she's holding on to that pain, and she's afraid. She's afraid that she's going to experience more pain. And she's replaying the loop over and over again of the incidences, the words, the actions that were said by another or together to cause pain. What's real and what's true? You're looking deeper at a connection and looking deep, deep, deep inside. You're all, you know what? They just showed it to me. You have this, you're changing your belief around abundance. What's funny is when we look at what we don't have, we actually look for the evidence to prove that. What about looking for the evidence to prove that you could have everything that you want? This is about changing your programming from a state of everything I invest in that I wish to be stable, that I want, leaves. It's like a belief system that is pinging off of learned patterning and programming of everything that ever left you, everything that you ever couldn't have, everything that ever ended. And we get to decide whether we want to replay that loop or not. And it's also around everything that informs you of you not being able to create financial stability. Because this is what I'm seeing. You're putting an end to you playing small, to feeling like you cannot create the life of abundance that you seek. You're trying to shift. And I'm telling you, this goes so deep because when you get to the root of the root, if we stay up here on the surface, we're going to continue to suffer, right? When we just feel like everything's coming at us and we have no control. But if we go deeper to the root of the root, which is witness consciousness, and you look and you go, wow, I'm having all of these experiences, and I'm actually creating this story that says I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of great success, of financial abundance, of love, of joy, of peace. you start to realize they're just thoughts. They're thoughts that inform your reality. So you can actually take a step back from it, and you just recognize, once you recognize that they're thoughts that are running a program based on the ego, you can step out of that. You completely step out of that. I hope I'm making myself clear. Let's see if we can go. Let's see if Michael Singer can help me out here. Going beyond. Beyond is infinite in all directions. Yes, go beyond, Aries. Go beyond your programming, your conditioning, your learned experiences, and sit in the seat of your soul. And I think that's what you're doing. You're surrendering. You're surrendering, and you're changing your beliefs about what's possible in your life. And you're learning that you can and you will manifest everything you possibly ever want. Sometimes things take time to unfold. Be patient with the process, but don't get stuck in lack, in pain, because it's all self-generated from the mind. I hope that this message is clear. I went really deep in a short amount of time. I'm sending love.